Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Topshur, pre-post sales engineer from BC Software. Today we'll be talking about AI-based automated classification and policy management with GeoDD SPM. As you might know, GeoDD Classifier provides many features and many customizations on the classification process. First of all, like the module of classification or the path of classification, like manual classification, automatic classification, and hybrid classification, which includes both the manual and automatic classification, and centralized rule and policy management, which is super important because you will be able to directly modify the rules, the policies from the center, from GeoD server. And these policies and rules will be directly updated on the agents in 10 minutes. AI-driven classification engine. As you know, GeoD provides firstly rule-based recognizers like macro-based, regular expressions-based recognizers, and also provides with JDQ and LLM-based recognizers. We'll be talking about them as well. And policy updates via client stages, as we have talked mentioned, the policies and the rules will be updated directly in 10 minutes without it needed to any action from your side. First of all, you will be able to, after you connect the AI provider, which can be ChatGPT, Gemini, or any LLM by the Olama provider, you can connect it directly, even if you have the LLM on your on-prem that you are using it internally. You can also provide that to Jerry to be also used in your classification process. You will be able directly to provide the prompt to the recognizer. For example, you are a classifier or classification experts. You are supposed to classify these documents based on the SAMA regulation or PDPL regulation or whatever is the regulation in your country. By providing the prompt, the recognizer will be working on the documents based on the rule that you have provided directly in the prompt. Or you can use as well the recognizers that are regular expression based or macro based as well. And it also can work with the combination of both of them in the same time. As we have mentioned here, as you can see, this is the screen of our classifier module. Here you will be able to see the classes, and you know each class should has a unique ID because it's super important. Otherwise, the DLP will not be able to detect the document or detect the email to so it can applies the rules that it has. For example, the confidential document or confidential email should not be able to send outside of the company. So these kind of rules, as you know, it's provided directly by the DLP. But the DLP, it's detecting the IDs of each document or if each entity inside your company based on the ID that GeoD provides. And auto matching with the GeoD queries, as we have said, because you know GeoD it's not only a classification product, it is a discovery product, so it has its own queries like other products as well. And also, as we have said, for example, some of the documents, the Office documents that support directly an add-on, it will be directly classified and the data will be printed directly to the metadata of each document. But the documents like TXT or PNG photos, these kind of documents, it does not support the add-on part. So GeoD classify them directly with an ADS method. And the watermark, header, footer, these kind of also of customizations also available. And you can also leave that to the user directly to decide whether if they want to print them or not on the document while they are sending, but the document will be classified directly and the IDs and metadata will be printed on it directly to be detected by the DLP. As we have mentioned, the policies and the rules that you are defining and providing on the GeoD server from only the center, it will be updated directly, automatically, without any need to any action from your side in 10 minutes. It will be updated on the whole agents that you have in your system in your company, whatever is the count of the agents. And the workflow-based automated classification is super important, especially in the bulk classification. I'm talking about, for example, file servers or whatever is um, the platform that you are discovering, because as you know, Jerry is a discovery product. So if you have documents that are not classified on the on-prem, on the file servers, or on the cloud platforms, you will be able to classify them based on the rules, based on the policies that you have on the server directly in an automatic way by the workflows. It will go to classify them based on the rules that you have directly without any need to action from your side. The classification behavior, it's divided into three major parts. First of all, the fully manual part, which means leaving everything to the user. The user will be facing a pop-up whenever they try to save a document or they try to send an email. They will face a pop-up saying that classify this entity, and they will be able to choose the class that they want. This is the manual option. We have the hybrid option as well, which means that the user will be able to choose the class that they want, and they will have also an auto action, auto button that they can click on it, and the document, the entity will be classified directly by GeoDi. And we have the fully automatic option, which means that the user won't be classifying anything. Everything will be classified directly by GeoDi, by the server, which is the best option that we and our customers trying to reach at the end of the day. The customization and UI personalization, everything of these kind of things like customization regarding specific departments or regarding specific people inside the company. For example, I want the managers not to use the classification process, so we can disable the agents or the classification process on the clients of the managers. Or we can do classification regarding specific departments based on your LDAPS. So it will be directly, new rules will be defined on the cherry system, and it will affect the people that you want them to be affected from the rules that you have newly defined. The email signatures, each email signature, at least it has the name and surname and the email and also a phone number. So these three data, it's enough to classify the email as a PII data, but that's not the point that we want in our customers as well. So what we did regarding this part in the emails, it was a really important issue. So we take the list of the employees inside the company and we defined an exception on the server side saying that these kind of data, it's not a PII. We don't want it to be classified as PII, but we want if the email bodies or header or whatever the part of it, it has PII data or confidential data, it should be classified based on the body of the email, not on the signature, which is also a part of the body, but we did an exception for that to make the classification process more correct. Jerry, has the ability to work on the Office documents in a super easy way by the add-on. And also, like for example, for the documents like TXT files or photos, PNGs, whatever is the extension of them. These kind of documents are being classified by a process called ADS because they do not support the add-on process. And everything is being logged directly on the server side, so you will be able to follow each classification that has been made inside your company directly on the server side. And these logs are also being collected in a database, which can be also analyzed by different tools like SIEM or whatever is the analyzation tool that you want to use. Now, to summary up what we have talked about, we have mentioned the AI integration between GEODI, classifier project, and whatever is the LLM that you want to use. We have talked about the real-time policy delivery through agents, how it's being updated directly, automatically, without any need to any action from your side. And also, we have mentioned the customization part and the customization features that GeoD is providing to you. And also, we have talked about the logs, how they are being collected on the server side, the availability to you of taking them, analyzing them by different tools. That's all what I wanted to talk about JDQ and the classification part today. If you have any question, please type them in the question and answer part. I'd be really happy to answer. And I would also ask you to scan this QR code. It will take you to our support website. There you will be able to find the answer of any question that arises on your mind. And also we have there the support queue, which is the ChatGPT of GeoD. It knows everything about GeoD. It knows everything about the regulations and compliances and the rules like PDPL, SAMA, and these kind of regulations. So you will be able to chat with it and also ask questions regarding these regulations and regarding GeoD itself. It will be really helpful for you. And here also I ask you to scan the QR code here to register for the next week's webinar, which we will be talking about the remediation across many platforms. And thank you very much for listening. I believe there's no any question. Yeah. So thank you very much for listening. See you next week.